It's sometimes hard to share our story because it's so personal. I cried a lot while I was thinking about my story, but in the end, it was so cathartic. Thanks for taking a few minutes to hear my story. I truly believe that we each need to hear our stories, each other's stories, because they lift us, they inspire us, and they help us know that we can also live our dreams. So my story started in a small Northern Ontario town in a middle-income family with 4 sisters, a dad who worked, and a mom who, for the most part, stayed home with us kids. Both parents never finished high school. They went to work instead to help their families. We went to church. We were taught to respect our elders and to follow the golden rule. I got good grades and had a good social life and a good family life. All pretty ordinary growing up in the 60s and 70s. But 2 events that weren't so ordinary in my life were these. In my early teens, I was molested. And at 19, I was pregnant and unmarried. Both impacted me tremendously. The first gave me some very limiting beliefs that I had to overcome. And the second started my 30-year journey of self-improvement and self-discovery. Both shaped who I am today. After being molested, I struggled a lot. I kept it a secret, letting my shame wash over me and begin to control my life. When I got pregnant, it deepened those beliefs. I was a bad girl. That's how I thought of myself. And I couldn't let anyone see that side of me, so I kept it hidden deep down inside. I tried to find my way by learning about self-improvement. I found that I had created this version of myself that I really didn't know, but everyone else really liked. So I worked hard at being that person, all the while dying inside. And my self-image was playing havoc in my life. In my sales career, I became successful very quickly. What I know today is that my self-image at that time couldn't reconcile that. You see, bad girls are not supposed to be successful. So I unknowingly sabotaged myself. And guess what? I quickly lost that success and moved back to failure. But not to just the place of failure I was before, but even further back. I silently called myself all kinds of bad names, telling myself how stupid I was, how worthless I was. Who did I think I was? I would never be successful. I was fat, I was ugly. What a fake I was. That reel played over and over in my head. But outwardly, I continued to strive and please. I changed careers and quickly rose the corporate ladder, being superwoman and doing what everyone wanted me to do. I can still remember a woman saying to me, "Wow, I really admire you. Look at how far you've come and what you've accomplished. You didn't let being pregnant and unmarried hold you back. You've got the life of my dreams." I was like, wow, I have her fooled, don't I? I also fooled a lot of smart people in my office. I wasn't in a management position, and the company decided they were going to hire a psychologist to consult with us and perform a 360. My team, my peers, bosses, and vendors had the opportunity to rank me. I ranked at the top percentile. The psychologist told me that there was really nothing she could help me with. I was screaming inside, but I continued to play my charade and thought to myself, those other managers, they must really suck if I'm the best of them. That's how worthless I felt I was. But this pretend life was soon to come crashing down. In 2009, I suffered a complete mental, physical, and emotional breakdown. I ended up in the hospital with chest pains. My brain was misfiring so badly from stress that I could barely put 2 sentences together. My marriage fell apart. I blamed my husband for a lot, and we had been fighting fiercely over the past several years. He wanted to work on things. I was at a place that I couldn't even think about working on my marriage. I was desperate just to save myself. The doctors called it burnout. I now fondly call it my awakening. When my life came crashing down, I was forced to take a good look at where I was and who I had become. And I somehow knew that the path to recovery laid in finding my true self. I knew that was the key to finally living. So I educated myself by devouring hundreds of books, attending conferences, and getting certified. I got world-class mentors, and I totally changed my life. It was hard work, but I discovered a woman inside that I truly loved. One that was flawed, but perfectly perfect at the same time. One that could be okay with being herself. One that had value and worth. And today, I'm truly living the life of my dreams. My marriage got back together and is amazing and incredibly gets better every day. I'm living in my dream house surrounded by nature. I look at deer every day from my office window. I get to travel to cultures I want to see. I have a business I love, and I get to live my passion every day. I get the privilege of helping women decide to not just settle in life, but to truly begin to love themselves and live the glorious life they were meant to. Thanks so much for taking a few moments to hear my story. I can't wait to hear yours.